Hello and welcome to CIO News. I am Khushbu Soni, your host for the broadcast and chief editor at CIO News. This is our exclusive fireside chat powered by Posted Fright. It's a recorded session which will be available on our website, that is cionews.co.in, and our CIO News LinkedIn handle. It is my pleasure to invite our guest for today. We have Parna Ghosh, the Chief Information Officer at UNO Minda. Parna is a leader and he's been driving strategic initiatives in the information technology division. He's been driving digital transformation, innovation for the group, and also has been supporting mergers and acquisition across the world. Sir, thank you so much for taking out time and joining us on this platform. We're really looking forward to hear from your experience and journey.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
So to begin with, I would like to give a quick introduction about UNO Minda. UNO Minda is a group. They're a leader in Tier 1's automotive component space and has been a leader OEM across the globe. UNO Minda was incepted in 1958 and has 72 manufacturing plants globally. It has a workforce of more than 23,000, and the group is headquartered in Manesar, Haryana, India. So, to begin with, I wanted to put across my first question to understand if you can share your journey and experience as a CIO of UNO Minda, and what are some of the key challenges that you faced and overcome in this role, sir?
Thank you, Khushbu, for this introduction, and thanks, Softude, for inviting me for this, fireside chat. I joined UNO Minda in December 2016, so now I've almost crossed 6.5 years in this organization. Prior to this, I have also worked with auto OEMs and auto ancillaries as well. And my total experience span across 32 years in various industries, including automotive, which is almost 50% of my career. So, UNO Minda, I think I can tell you about the company. We have 30,000 crore, we clocked 30,000 crore turnover in the last financial year, which is 22-23. And we have around 30,000 employees, 26 product lines, 73 plants globally. We have almost 400 plus patents and design registrations across the board, 20 joint venture partners, 30 R&D locations, and we are now working very closely for PACE technology, which is personalization, autonomous, connected, and electric. So this is what UNO Minda all about, apart from what you already have described in your conversation. So I joined when UNO Minda was less than 50% of the turnover, and last 6 years almost, except the COVID year of 2020, I think every year we grew around 20 to 22% CAGR. So you can easily imagine that the kind of growth we have in this automotive space is humongous, not only by breadth, also by depth. So number of product lines also are increasing, number of customers are increasing, and also our revenue is increasing. So hence, it's always a big challenge to cope up with the growth of the organization and cope up with the expansion and the kind of the size and the scale of the organization. So we cater to European locations, we cater to Southeast Asian locations, including Korea and Japan. Then we have the major sites in India. So we have, if you ask me personally, we handle around 110 locations, including the warehouses. 73 plants plus a lot of warehouses are also there. So around 110 locations are in our purview at this point of time. Key challenges, I will say, is one is the support operations is around 16 by 6. So 16 hours by 6 days, because except Sundays, and Sundays also a lot of executive calls sometimes comes up for any kind of situation. So for me personally, it's a very exciting journey, as well as it's challenging too. And stakeholder management, user management, skills and competencies management in today's time, because as you know, skill and competencies one of the major issues at this point of time, and due to this great resignation which is still ongoing from the last 1.5 years, so it is really hampering us in terms of retention and also giving growth to the employees and also a good career path. So these are the challenges. Apart from that, diversified workforce management. So that's obviously very important. As you know, we are having people from all geographies, so we need to also manage those workforce in very various different cultures and country specific situations are there. So we need to also manage that. Apart from that, employee awareness and cyber security also is one of the concerns, I will say, at this point of time, especially when privacy is coming up in a very big way. The government is bringing the laws and stuff like that. So, and also even in Europe, we are complied by GDPR. So these are the new trends which are coming up. Apart from the disruptions which are happening, AI, ML, or other Industry 4.0 technologies coming up. So coping up with the technology, coping up with the people, coping up with the process, coping up with the expansion, growth. I think these are the major challenges, or I will say opportunities for us to work upon and also take the leap sometimes and take the journey towards to make sure that the business is going along with the IT story.
Absolutely fantastic, sir. And so my next question is if you can talk about Uno Minda's approach to digital transformation, and how has this digital shift impacted the organization, its suppliers, and its customers?
So after I joined in 2016, before that, UNO Minda's IT was all decentralized. So in 2017, actually, we decentralized the whole IT function. So, every location had a different IT team and different IT reporting. Somebody was reporting to finance, some was reporting to HR, some was reporting to the plant manager and stuff like that. So, first of all, we did a centralized IT approach and we centralized the entire team under single umbrella. So that's the first disruption which happened within the team itself. Second thing is we started the journey of implementation of HANA, S4 HANA, which we implemented in 2017 along with GST. And then came up the supplier portal, which was also in the same year. So supplier portal is nothing but communication with your supply chain partners, and which was obviously a very big important thing in terms of supply chain automation. In last few years, we worked very closely with the HR function, finance function, marketing and materials. So if you look at our HR, we have a complete digital HRM solution, which is complete end-to-end HR management from employee life cycle to talent management, hiring, retention, L&D, learning and development, compensation benefits. So everything we have automated already. So which is going pretty well. In finance also, we have done a huge amount of digitization in terms of whether it is supply chain financing, whether it is treasury, whether it is forex management, whether it is GST, whether it is compliance, audits, everything has been automated apart from the normal accounting and the income tax and sales tax, everything. So I think everything has been now automated in finance. There is nothing pending. Then we focused on marketing, where we completely digitized the RFQ process from the customers, the complete CRM process. In fact, we have a very large CRM developed in-house, which is very surprising for many people, but we have developed it in-house along with our business team. And we have also a complete long-term planning or forecasting and budgeting tool for the marketing side. We have customer visit management, customer complaints management system, which also we have captured in our system. So these are all we developed in last 3 years. Then we also have completely digitized the materials function. So which is mostly talking about the costing part, the pricing, the purchase order. And here comes Cost It Right, which is one of the products of Softude. And we really thank the organization and the team because this also has digitized the entire supply chain costing process and the RFQ process inside our ecosystem. And now we have a complete ecosystem of or a gamut of solutions, which is the supply chain automation side. This we have done. And we have done some bits and pieces of manufacturing automation and transformation in terms of IoT or RPS. bot implementations. But now we are going full-fledged, and our focus is manufacturing since we have completed all other functions, where we are going big bang on MES implementation, manufacturing execution system, quality management, warehouse management, advanced planning. Obviously, IoT and RPS will be there, 3D printing and other stuff. But I think these are the main technologies where we are focusing, and even very recently, we have implemented a very large costing system as well, which is called Vista. Vista is nothing but visibility in Latin. So that also we have recently implemented end-to-end costing lifecycle management system for product costing to component costing, and where also Softude is helping us with the costing right tool for the component costing part.
Okay, okay, great. So great to hear that. And so, if you can highlight any recent technology initiatives, that have significantly impacted the organization.
One I can talk about is MES implementation. So MES is basically we are now implementing in all the locations where we have electronics manufacturing. Electronics buying has become extremely big for us. And earlier we started with a very small amount, but now everywhere we have electronics, and the semiconductors or the capacitors or resistors are put and placed in every automotive device. So as cars are getting, automotive is getting connected, two-wheelers are getting more connected. So you need more and more sensors and more electronics into every part. So mechanical is slowly going off and electronic is coming in. In that scenario, we are implementing MES for complete shop floor management and shop floor control system and inventory control system. Then we are implementing quality management for the same, because in electronics we need 0 ppm quality, which we call as parts per million defects. Hence, no car should have any kind of recalls or any kind of safety issues when the people are driving the cars on the roads. So hence, we are ensuring that all the PCBs or whatever electronics we are manufacturing, so these are error-free. Then we have warehouse management, because there are so many parts. One PCB has hundreds and two hundreds of parts. So so we should have a very sophisticated warehouse management. Even we are going for intelligent storage system, so where the storage can easily pop up lights that whatever is required for the the lines to produce at this point of time, which are very interesting things at this point of time. And these are going to change the way of working what we have at this point of time, because we are predominantly an SAP company, so we use everything in SAP. But this MES, quality management, WMS, APS, advanced planning also is one of the tools we are implementing for forecasting and planning for the customer index. So these are the tools we are implementing. Apart from that, we are going big bang on IoT, for connecting the machines to the human interfaces and also the ERP applications, and also RPA, which is robotics process automation, for many repetitive processes which can be automated at this point of time. So these are the focus areas we have. And as I already shared with you, in supply chain, we have recently implemented Cost It Right, which we are going to roll out for the whole group. It's in the process at this point of time. So all the entire 73 locations will be using this Cost It Right tool for 1,500 plus suppliers, and the complete RFQ management will also happen through this supplier RFQ, and it's an automated RFQ. So if you have heard about reverse auction, so this reverse auction will be happening through this tool itself, and it's an automated system. So huge amount of effort has gone into this system as well. So these are the current initiatives we have in the organization, and we are also focusing upon implementation of robotics inside the plant and connecting the robotics with our IT system. So this OT and IT integration is currently the major focus area
Okay,
for the organization.
got it, got it. Excellent. So you spoke about Cost It Right. So wanted to understand what was the key differentiator, that made you choose Cost It Right.
Uh, See, actually, we have explored many applications, including the big players like Ariba and many other applications. I don't remember the names, all the names at this point, but the thing has happened like when we entered into the market of component costing. So there was no good tool available at that point of time, and we had zeroed down to 3 or 4 products Finally, we got very, very good references from the existing customers. Basically, the customer voices were very positive. Good references were there from the OEMs as well as the component manufacturers. It was basically made for automotive only, and that was the main focus area for the this tool. The rich functionalities, total cost of ownership, which is also very, very important, because whatever you invest has to not only yield the best of the best results to you in terms of payback or ROI, but also it has to have a very good TCO. So the TCO was also extremely well placed for us in terms of the total investments we made for this tool. The company management is very, very focused, and they have a very strong customer focus as well in terms of developing solutions and also reaching out extra miles for delivery services. I think that is very, very important. They operate from a very low cost, I will not say low cost, moderately cost location, which is Indore in India. Their major development center is there. Hence, most of the developers are local, and manpower attrition is also extremely low at this point of time in that organization, which is quite different with respect to the other large organizations. So these are the main reasons of selecting this tool, and I think the experience is really good. So now we have not only launched that tool, we are expanding more, and we will be having more and more functionalities. We'll do a lot of centralization, as I already mentioned. We already have another supplier portal, which is mindaconnect.com. In future, we have a plan to merge both the things in under single platform or umbrella, and also look at many other functionalities within this portal, because supply chain ecosystem and supply chain communication at this point of or at this age of today's age is extremely important for success of any organization. So and a lot of failures are there in terms of deliveries, qualities, commitments, cost, and other areas. So hence this tool will give you visibility, centralization, comparative understanding, AI capabilities, dashboards, analytics, and many other stuff, so to help you deliver better results to the organization.
Right, absolutely. And also with the, I think the journey that you've had, and with this great vision of integrating the entire IT ecosystem within your business, and also meeting the business vision, it's great. I must say, I think managing the entire group's digital transformation for the last so many years. I think it's fantastic to hear this coming from you. So how do you kind of, decide upon, you mentioned that some of the systems you've developed in-house, which are totally in-house, and some you do it with partners like Softude and Cost, right? So what are some of the, points that you look at when, evaluating vendors like Softude, Cost, and others?
There are many methods of selecting a solution or a software or an application. So you can benchmark with the market. You have partners or IDCs or companies who suggest you the right tools in every space. You also have peers, because we are connected with 1,500, 2,000 CIOs across India. So we get a lot of references also from many, many corners. Information availability nowadays is not a challenge, but taking the right decision is the main problem. So what happens is, we have a very strong and thorough due diligence process whenever we select any tool or any systems or any applications. We first note down the business scope. So once we jot down the complete scope, we go into detailing of the scope, and we have a sign-off process of the scope. Then we go into the market and start sourcing the applications or the systems and tools. Once we get a lot of information, then we do a kind of short listing of these tools and systems and processes. Then look at the capabilities of the suppliers, look at the capabilities of the partners, the commitment, the coverage, geographical coverage, functionalities, again scope versus availability in the tool, and blah blah blah. So all these things we do, and then finally we come down to the costing cost part. So what kind of total cost of ownership will be having? What is the model of the solution? Is it a perpetual? Is it a subscription based model, or is it having a kind of mix of both? Or does it really serve the business purpose? Does it really serve the ROIs which is the requirements of the CFOs and the CMDs of the organization, and also does it give a proper payback to the organization. So all these factors we analyze, and then we call it a DA sheet, which is decision analysis sheet. So this DA sheet has all the elements of whatever I told so far, and then we finally jot down to one or two, and then finally negotiate on this to select one. So without support from ecosystem partner or kind of partnership model, I don't think any organization can survive in today's time. Whether it is the grades of Microsoft or IBMs or Oracles or SAPs or Amazons or whoever you name, you need a partnership model in everything. Like if you look at Cost It Right as well, so we have not only Cost It Right, we have also our own team, we have the cloud hosting team, we have the hardware team, we have the other stakeholders. So everybody is involved in this whole journey, and then only a tool becomes successful. And then also you need to have patience and you need to have an approach of prioritization. So everything cannot be done on the day one. So you need to have certain things which are must to have on the day one, and then nice to have can be on the day two, and need to have on the day three or something like that. So slowly gradually we will improve, and then we mature, and that's why is our approach. That's what is our approach to make things successful. But yes, the approach is all encompassing within the organization with all the stakeholders and also outside with the partners, ecosystem partners.
Right, right. Great, fantastic. My one last question to you, sir. What's next? What's next on the roadmap and vision?
Roadmap, actually, as I told you that we have already completed the journey with finance and HR and materials and marketing.
Yeah.
Marketing, we will do something like example, we'll do some implementation of artificial intelligence, predictive analytics, and maybe prescriptive analytics as well in days to come. But the major focus now is manufacturing and supply chain. So
Okay.
73 plants, complete digitization, complete making the factory smart factory, digital manufacturing implementation, complete suite as I already told you, advanced planning, MES, then PQMS, WMS, IoT, and RPA. These are the 7 tools or 6 tools which we are going to implement. And also supply chain integration as a centralized platform where also we will need help from the Cost It Right team and Softude team. So this is our roadmap as of now. And since manufacturing is 70% of our complete operations, as we are a manufacturer mostly because we supply to the OEMs, where OEMs control the pricing, market, customers, most of the things are controlled by them. So we only do a back office support to them. So our major bread and butter is manufacturing, and there we need to focus now to make sure that we are compliant with the Industry 4.0, I will say, initiatives as far as the government is concerned, as far as the country is concerned, as far as the industry is concerned. And also we are compliant with the smart manufacturing and provide the better quality of services as far as price, safety, productivity, and better quality to the customers. So this is our major focus area at this point.
So great. I think it was very well crafted and candid conversation with you today. So thank you so much for coming on this platform, sharing your journey, your plans, your experience, expertise with us for our viewers. I'm sure there are great insights for our viewers to pick up from this conversation. So thank you so much. And it was really a pleasure talking to you, and I'm looking forward to having many more conversations with you in the future.
Thank you so much.